Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign, but there's no astrology in these, so check them out for all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. With that said, they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, for your key to the week, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your key to the week this week, you have the Magician card. So you got power, as the song says, right? So this really does put you in the driving seat this week. So you've got jumping cards. All right, so this really does, in many ways, put you in the driving seat. It means that you are very much in control. And in all four of these areas of your life, it's likely that people are going to look to you for your expertise, your knowledge, or your wisdom. The other thing with the Magician card as a key to the week, it basically says in order to unlock the best that you can have out of this week, you really do need to understand and take the full responsibility and the full weight of the mantle of being the magician, which means you have everything at your disposal that you need in order to be successful. All right, so this is a week that kind of says don't look to outsource, and that's not to say don't ask for help. It's just to say don't look outside of yourself for the things that you think you need, because you actually have all of the resources available to you literally within. All right, so you have the Five of Cups for your actions and options. One thing that I will say to you, this card can be a card of overindulgence, and because you've got the Magician card as the key to the week, and the Magician can sometimes show up as like megalomaniac tendencies. And this is why I say, like, don't outsource what you know you can do yourself or what you know you should do yourself. As for everything else, do something else with it, right? Like this is because when we talk about overindulgence with the Five of Cups, it's doing something too much. And so if you get bogged down in the minutiae when really there are bigger things that you need to be focusing on, you're wasting or diluting that personal power that you have. This week, you really are expected to step up into those bigger roles for those bigger decisions. In terms of the options that are available to you, this may actually be a week where you are invited by the universe to let go of what you know is not really for you. So then you've got the Three of Cups in your communication sector. So this could be that you're reconnecting with persons of authority, people in positions of power that can help you. I wouldn't be surprised if an invite to speak publicly or to be a presenter in some way, shape or form shows up for you. That could just be in your local environment, in your personal work arena. It could be that some expertise or knowledge that you have is called upon this week, where, you know, someone says to you, look, you have a lot of knowledge in this area. Are you interested in sharing it in some way, shape or form? For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the Three of Cups with the Five of Cups almost suggests that you are starting to get more serious about your studies now. And maybe you're knocking the, you know, like the student culture on its head and saying, okay, you know what, I enjoyed Freshers Week, or, you know, I've enjoyed sort of having a little bit of a partying. Maybe I enjoyed the summer, but it's time to really knuckle down now. And you might have to explain to some people that surround you at the minute why that's important to you. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's a part and parcel of the thing, right? I think this is more a case of you letting people know that you're not just here for a good time. You intend to show up and perform well. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, excuse me. For those of you that are, I seem to be having a little bit of a moment at the minute. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, like I say, this could be that you're called upon for your knowledge or your expertise. And this Five of Cups suggests that maybe there's a part of you that doesn't want to do it. I think once that you do, not only will you feel better, but you'll actually realize just how much you've got to give and what kind of next level you feel like you're ready for. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is big clients that are coming back into your world. This is reconnections with people from, maybe not necessarily from like your deep past, but maybe like wealthy, well-to-do, or, you know, high-profile clients that you haven't seen for a while, or maybe authority figures that are now turning to you to say like, listen, you know what, you are really great at what you do, and actually I could use your support here. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if you get invited to speak in some manner. If you're retired, this I actually think is the recircling or resurfacing of old ideas that can now be put to present. It's kind of like, you know, when you see those life hacks on, you know, Instagram or whatever, some of them are brilliant, and then you forget about them and you stop using them because they, you know, you don't use them often enough for them to become a habit. But then you remember it, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot this. This is amazing. This could be old ideas or concepts that are resurfacing in some way. So for your love and relations, you have the Ace of Swords. So making very sort of clear-cut decisions here when it comes to relationships. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is a recurring argument. This is something that you and your partner have gone round and round over again, right? Especially with that Five of Cups. And it's like this time, you kind of get to that space where it's like, you know what? We can't keep having this conversation, and I won't keep having this conversation. This is effectively where you, Libra, are putting your foot down. And I think that's a great thing, right? Usually Libra is very much about, well, what's fair for everybody? Let me listen to your viewpoint. Let me take on board this, that, and the other. And sometimes you have a tendency to leave yourselves out. So here, I actually like that you're really asserting yourself. For those of you that are single and looking to mingle, I gotta be honest, I don't think this is a week for love, because there's so many other things in the background that seem to be tying up loose ends, wrapping things up, getting ready and prepared to move forward. If there is love sort of conversations, etc., that come up, it's likely to be highlighting to you exactly the type of partner that you don't want. And that might be through, you know, maybe you meet someone or you connect with somebody and you're like, actually, you know what, you just remind me why I'm not dating at the moment. It happens, right? Okay, so for your money and materials, you've got the Moon card. This is not a week to mix business with pleasure. It's not a week to mix finances and friendship either. I will say that. Anywhere that a friend asks for money, anywhere that you are expected to kind of chip in on something with friends. It's different if it's like drinks and dinner or whatever, but if it's anything outside of that that's a bit more serious, that has a bit more of a contractual or a long-term sort of nature to it, I would say no. With this combination of cards, the chances are you're going to put money into something and you'll lose it, or you will loan that money and you won't get it back. All right, so this is not a week to mix money and friends. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, because there's so much water here connected to that Moon card, for some of you this could be a recurring issue that you have a flare up with. That Ace of Swords also, you know, in the mix with this also possibly speaks to the idea that you're having a biopsy or some kind of medical test taken. But the challenge that you'll probably find that you have, it's probably to do with your hormones or hormone imbalances. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, you've got the Moon card. Because you have the Magician as the key, I do wonder if this week you are being visited by somebody, and it's like when you have that visit, at first it's okay, but very quickly you realize, yeah, there's a reason I don't invite you to my home. It could be an in-law, it could be an old friend, it could be a sibling. It's just like somebody that it's not that you don't get on, it's just that this person's ways and their energy are just not for you. And I think you're going to realize this really, really quickly. All in all, not an awful week, but definitely one that is going to take some careful navigation. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.